Makakausap po natin ngayon ang Associate Editor ng Philippine Star na si Marichu Villanueva. Hey Chu, magandang gabi sa iyo.
Magandang gabi, Pinky, and sa iyong mga televiewers.
Ichu, gaano ka ba katagal nag-cover sa Malacanang?
I started nung panahon ni dating Pangulong Corazon Aquino, tapos kay Fidel Ramos, then kay Joseph Estrada, and the first term of Gloria Macapagal Arroyo.
Natapos lang
So,
kayo dun sa
apat na
first term.
Pangulo yun. Oo.
Halos na-cover mo din halos lahat, ano? Ichu,
Oo,
ano yung
from the
nakikita?
outside na,
Oh,
yung iba.
ano yung mga nakikita mong mali dito sa bagong PCO guidelines para sa Palace Beat reporters?
Alam mo, kanina nakikinig ako kay Joyce Pañares, and I agree with her na bakit sila mag-issue ng memorandum before they can even have consultations or dialogue with the Malacanang press corps, with the Malacanang cameraman, and with the photojournalists. These are the guys and girls na nagko-cover on daily basis sa Malacanang. And sila ang nalalaman nila kung ano ang dapat nilang gawin na pwede silang tanungin directly ng PCO kung paano pa ma-improve ang sinasabi nilang security at better coverage kung nag-dialogue nga muna sila before na nag-impose agad sila ng mga requirements. Imagine mo, 5 years of professional experience, tapos yung kanyang mga requirements na 5 years of being registered as a media organization at the Securities and Exchange Commission. Ano bang mga pakuluyan na dapat noon pa na they are in existence? I mean, from the start, dapat yun ang ginawa nila. Parang afterthought.
Yun na nga eh. Bakit kaya nagkaroon sa iyong palagay? Of course, we should be asking them. We're trying naman, ano? Pero bakit kaya nagkaroon nung 5 years na dapat ay kumpanya ka na, registered under the SEC, at dapat yung reporter ay tinatawag ang seasoned? Sabi nga ni Joyce, ano ba ang inyong interpretasyon ng season compared doon sa ibang tao? Kasi that is relative, di ba? One can think
Yes.
one is seasoned and the other can think the other person is not seasoned.
Biniro ko nga yung reporter namin. Bakit? Ang gusto ba nila? Sweet kayo? Spicy? O sour? Bakit season? Di ba? Bakit
Seasoning,
ganun ang definition?
Oo.
Oo, di ba? And ang sinasabi mo nga na I can speculate only kung anong motives behind it. Kasi di ba, nabanggit mo nga, nag-cover ako from the time of the late President Corazon Aquino. Tri-media lang tayo noon. Radio, TV, print.
Print.
Ngayon, with the evolution, di ba, nagkaroon ng evolution, nagkaroon ng online bloggers na matatandaan mo na very strict kami noon ng Malacanang press corps ng tatag namin yan na to make sure na yung mga ang security at kasi nga presidente yan, kami pa nga nag-suggest na magkaroon kami ng code of conduct at yung Presidential Security Group noon, i-background check nyo kami lahat para makalapit kami sa presidente if you give us ID, security ID. Kami pa nag-offer noon. So nagkaroon ng parang elitist masyado Malacanang press corps. Kasi we are also protecting the office of the president and for our own sake. Pero through the years, nagbago yan. Pumasok actually nagbago yan ng panahon ni Pangulong Joseph Estrada. Kasi di ba, ang kanyang appeal ay masa. In-open up niya lahat ang Malacanang for coverage. So, tapos lalo pang nag-grade noong panahon ni Pangulong Duterte na nagkaroon sila ng yung mga online bloggers in-accredit na pati yung mga online vloggers, sila pa yung nakakasama sa abroad, presidential trips, coverage, sila yung may access sa Pangulo. So I think they are trying to address that problem now na nagkaroon ng dilution yung quality of reportage sa Malacanang.
Well, they're
Just
trying
my
to
speculation.
possibly fix some of the problems that they've seen
Yes.
that had
Yeah.
happened in the past administrations.
Oo.
Do you think that they went a little too far this time around in trying to fix it?
Napaka-reactionary yung kailang solusyon. Sabi ko nga, and I even wrote it in my column for tomorrow, na dapat focused, laser focus ang target nyo. Hindi shotgun solution to your accreditation problems. If you have accreditation problems, start with yourselves. I-analyze nyo what made it very loose and naging malabnaw ang inyong accreditation process to the point na every Tom, Dick, and Harry nakakakuha ng Malacanang press ID, which should not be the case kasi nga you are covering the president and the safety of the president is primary concern and foremost of everyone, not just the PSG but even the reporters themselves kasi sila yung masasaktan kung magkaroon ng kaguluhan. Yung the late President Fidel Ramos nga, kinoconsider kaming immediate security cordon niya kasi may video yung mga PSG dyan, medyo mahigpit, hinaharangan kami. Nagsasabihan siya ng FPR, huwag mo harangan ng media. They are my best protection.
Yeah.
Sabi nga ni FBR noon.
There's also one part of this memo that was also a bit concerning even for Joyce and even for some of us would be pwede kasing ma-revoke yung accreditation on
Yes.
false reporting. And she brought up a good point last night. False reporting versus critical reporting. Mukhang
Yes.
posibleng magkaroon ng problema doon.
Yes, napaka mababaw, madaling anihin yan sundutin ng gobyerno na false reporting when you are reporting something factual and yet they refuse to acknowledge that it is a fact na they are trying to deny when it is obvious naman na merong ganon pagbago, changes. I mean, for example lang, na sasabihin, ako sa'yo falsity. Pero remember, Pinky, yung panahon ng ibang Pangulo, may na-banned na mga reporters dahil they displeased the president on negative reporting. Negative reporting yun,
Yeah.
hindi false reporting.
Yeah.
Na-ban sila. And it happened not just once, but several times. Maraming naapektuhan, di ba? Remember, Rappler, pinaban ni Presidente Duterte.
Yes.
Yung Inquirer at one time, pinaban ni Mr. Estrada. So, individual ang application ng pagbaban on negative reporting. At least
Yeah.
they admit at negative reporting yun. Ito false They are claiming something false na, how can you say na false ang isang reporting when you have the documents, you have the evidence to show that this is the truth, this is the fact.
So,
That's the problem.
while ang kanilang naging agreement right now is on hold muna itong kanilang bagong guidelines for media accreditation and having spoken to the Malacanang press corps, what are the siguro amendments that you're hoping na makita moving forward?
Number one nga yan, tanggalin yung false reporting na yan. Bakit mo lalagay ang mga ganong evaluation na false reporting? Sino ba mag-judge ng false reporting na yan? Number two, yung paglalagay ng 5-year experience requirement na bakit sino mag-judge kung professional o seasoned reporter ka, basta may 5 years ka lang na maipakita. At kung makikita may requirements sila, ikaw magpro-provide ng work profiles mo
Portfolio.
to show kung
Oo.
how, work portfolio. Sabi ko, di magtingin kayo sa inyong library, kung sa print o sa video library nyo, in case of the TV, and sa radio naman, may mga tape naman yan. Kayo mag-evaluate. Ba't kami ang magsasabit ng ganong evidence to show that we are seasoned, quote-unquote, reporters?
Papalapit,
Yun ang mga nakikita.
yeah, papalapit na kasi yung elections, of course. Kung sakaling hindi kaya maresolba itong issue sa bagong guidelines, bago ang halalan, do you think there's going to be kahit na any effect sa media?
Sabi ko nga sa akin, suggestions, sabi ko sa mga, kasi tatanong ko ng mga, dati ako man kanyang press corps, so they're asking my view. Wrong timing, wrong approach. Dapat, in this middle term of President Marcos, moving forward, dapat hindi na kayo accreditation, change yung accreditation process. I-solve yung particular problem without having to undo everything. Di ba? Why fix something when it broke? So, nakakagulo pa nangyari sa
Alright.
ginawa nilang pag-i-issue ng memorandum na yan.
Maraming salamat sa iyong oras. Philippine Star Associate Editor Marichu Villanueva. Thank you, Marichu.